Rallies and protests happening all day at UC Santa Cruz. Students joining a nationwide walkout in support of Palestinians. Protesters even accusing the UC system of being complicit in the Israeli-Hamas war. Action News 8 reporter Christian Balderas is live at UC Santa Cruz tonight with more for us. Christian?
Yeah, Aaron, I'm here at the Quarry Plaza where that protest started and ended, and there's still a lot of these signs here. This one over here reading, "End the siege on Gaza." Many of these students viewing this war between Israel and Hamas as a matter of colonialism. And as you said, they are pointing fingers at the UC, saying that it is complicit in this war. A walkout demonstration in support of Palestine at UC Santa Cruz saw hundreds of people march around campus.
1, 2, 3, 4, occupation no more!
And these protesters didn't mince words. Protesters held signs calling for an end to what they say is a siege on Gaza and genocide of Palestinians. A former UCSC teacher was among the protesters.
And I'm always supporting students who take courageous stands because it's not easy to stand up, against your own country.
Students are calling on the U.S. to stop any military aid to Israel and allow the free flow of humanitarian aid into Gaza. They're also alleging the UC system is complicit, calling on it to divest from any companies that are part of weapons manufacturing. KSBW was unable to independently verify that claim. Students, including the co-organizer, spoke anonymously.
I've heard a lot of stories about people receiving harassment and backlash and professional backlash for expressing their views on Palestinian liberation.
This comes as multiple students and a professor at UCSC tells KSBW their mental health has been affected.
Attendance for one of my classes that's normally mandatory was made not mandatory for today because of for the walkout.
And to add, last Friday, UCSC's Critical Race and Ethnic Studies department was closed in solidarity, calling for a global strike in support of Palestine. Students say it's hard to focus on school.
You go on social media and you see all these horrible videos of people suffering and children being injured and harmed by bombs and whatnot, and it hurts my heart, and I feel helpless in many ways.
And the dean of students and the assistant dean of students were also at that protest, but they denied to comment. Live in Santa Cruz, I'm Christian Balderas, KSBW.
As the Israel-Hamas war continues escalating in the Middle East, tensions are triggering pro-Palestinian protests across some of America's top colleges, with activists calling for a ceasefire. Some demonstrations turning chaotic overnight as NYU students and police officers went face-to-face.
This is the New York City Police Department. You have been warned by New York University to leave the area.
Officers were called to NYU's campus during yesterday's pro-Palestine protest, told the crowd to disperse, but as officers moved in, some people threw objects at police. Multiple people were seen wearing handcuffs, but others took to the streets of Manhattan calling for a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war. And this comes as high schoolers around our region are planning walkouts today in support of Palestine.
Flyers announcing the details of the planned walkout say they will start around 10 this morning. Fox 13's Nikki Torres joins us now from Newport High School in Bellevue. Nikki, do we know about how many schools are going to take part in this event today?
Well, according to social media accounts that we have been following throughout last night and also this morning, it looks like more than a dozen area high schools are going to participate, along with several colleges throughout Washington. As far as the particular number of students who could be participating this morning, that is still, we don't know that right now. But according to an Instagram account that we have been following called Washington Walkout for Palestine, students say that this act is set to happen today as, quote, in solidarity with the courageous students all over the country who have stood up for Palestinian liberation despite significant repression. That account does go on to say that the students of Washington State have three demands. 1, Washington State schools end suppression of pro-Palestinian students. 2, schools take action to prevent anti-Palestinian, anti-Arab, and Islamophobic sentiment. And number 3, all Washington State colleges and universities divest from Israel's genocide. Now, organizations like Redmond, Issaquah, and Bellevue student leagues are associated with these social media accounts in planning this walkout. In another post regarding Eastlake High School's walkout, it reads, quote, "Our American tax dollars rather fund genocide. We must not remain silent. Join us April 23rd to stand against the imperialist war machine oiled with Palestinian blood," end quote. As far as what consequences could occur for students who are walking out, if any, that is also unclear as of this morning, but it could vary by school. A post on that social media account from Juanita High School reads, quote, "To all students attending, the walkout will be seen by the school as an unexcused tardy, but your parents can excuse it." Again, that is all information that we have seen from the social media accounts that look to be spearheading this walkout for this morning. And as far as who is participating within Washington, we have schools within Seattle, Bellevue, also Woodinville, and also one in Sumner as well that is participating. As far as the colleges go, also saw that with Whitman as well as WC Vancouver were listed on there as well. We'll have more information on this as soon as we learn more.